Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, complete sell-off here just now, and it might very well be that we're already heading directly to the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level that we talked about in the previous video as next line of support. Yeah, the cryptos are losing all support levels just now. Not entirely sure what triggered, but Bitcoin obviously broke below the 27.8K level, which, I did highlight to you as important support, and going below it would just sort of confirm the new primary expectation here with the sell-off into this area. We didn't have a confirmed reversal yet. Did explain to you in the last video that we need a break above 28,380 to indicate that a bottom has been made. I think a bottom is close. I mean, it's due, a bounce is due, but it's lost support. But before we dive deeper into the analysis, first a few words about the sponsor of today's Bitcoin video, Chartprime. Chartprime is a service that provides specific TradingView indicators. There are 5 specific and unique indicators that you can only get through Chartprime if you sign up to one of their plans. These are based on quite complex algorithms and formulas and can be helpful in identifying trade setups, which means they can provide additional signals that could support your trading. Indicators can, for example, also be useful to support Elliott Wave counts to give more confidence. Of course, you don't need to apply Elliott Wave to use Chartprime, and the combination of their indicators alone can provide trade setups and signals as well. They currently offer a 30% limited time discount, so if you are interested in this, check it out. Of course, bear in mind that no indicator works 100% of the time. Here's an example of the Bitcoin chart with one of the range indicators. This indicator combines various indicators in itself, so you can adjust it to your needs, but it basically shows your range resistances, different support resistance levels based on different time frames, and it categorizes them based on their relevance. And this indicator provides you with dynamic support and resistance bands to which the price is reacting. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure that you use the link in the video description and on their website. You can also read through testimonials and you can join their Discord community, which you can join in case you have any questions about how to use those indicators. So even though a bounce is due, it continues the trend, which is down at the moment. For good reason, we've changed the primary expectation in the last couple of days to going into this support area here. And all of that was done because Bitcoin lost 29.4K. So again, when we lose micro support, it is typically a warning that the overall assumption needs to be revised, and we're just following through just now. However, I'm still of the opinion that a bounce is due. But now that we've lost key support and we're coming down very impulsively, yeah, it could very well be that we're going to that 38.2 Fib level straight away. This is the Fib level we talked about earlier today, which is normally in such a bounce here, like an ABC structure of that wave 2, a typical area that you would expect the price to reach. Well, it's measured against the move that started on the 10th of March all the way up to around 31K, and that we're looking at the Fib levels here. Yeah, and the 38.2 Fib level is normally not sufficient for a wave 2. Also looking at the time, if you look at how long it took to rally, this doesn't get corrected in a few days. So you normally look for an extended amount of time to complete this correction, but it will normally take some time. So it's not going to happen, in a straight line. And therefore, we are looking at a more extended correction also time-wise. But there's a few things to watch out for now. Obviously, that the 27.8K level broke. Again, that rather confirms the expectation that we're now heading lower. But at some point, the B wave bounce will begin. Explained to you in the previous video that any bounce that will happen now, I would first watch if it's the B wave, which means a corrective move up. Now that we broke below 27.8, this is even more confirmed. So any bounce that will occur due to the strong sell-off would rather be corrective. I will have to adjust resistance down because resistance will move with the wave. Now, as we head down lower, the bounce will have a different level of resistance. So it's now between, I mean, it doesn't look finished yet on the way down, so not with that sell-off now. So the bounce will most likely get into the region between 28,875 to 29,790. But it's a bit of a moving target, so depending on how low we go, I will have to adjust it. That is resistance. So we didn't break the trend line. Yeah, I showed you the trend line in the previous video. I mean, we did try to, but we didn't maintain it. And I showed you the 28,380 level. Those would need to break to indicate a trend is shifting back to the upside, at least short term. Now, I did explain it for Ethereum already earlier on Telegram and Discord. I will do it for Bitcoin as well, but I'll do it now in the video as well. So Bitcoin, we're now heading down, obviously, in this wave 2. That's the expectation at the moment. As long as in this current move down, yeah, obviously I expect a bounce at some point. If we get this bounce and we are above 25,325, it's fine. So anywhere between now and 25,325, I would expect a bounce from the A wave into a B wave. If we break through the 50% retracement without a larger bounce, that would be rather concerning, because then it would indicate that we are having, well, it's even weaker than assumed, and that would indicate that the bullish perspective here, which is still overall on the chart, so the larger bullish perspective, may not be working out. Because what you ideally want in such an A wave to reverse either at the 38.2 retracement, which is here 26,680, or the 50% retracement at 25,325. Anything below that without a larger bounce will be a bit concerning, because it would rather suggest a more impulsive sell-off, which would then eventually, or at least, you know, the chances increase that it will drop below the 78.6 retracement. If it does that, it would rather be bearish. There is still a bullish option left, but it would put this scenario into question. But there's still a lot of room left before making this particular scenario very unlikely. So in this scenario, obviously, we're looking at currently a wave 2 correction, which would eventually result in a third wave rally. But first of all, we need to finish this correction, and we're just sort of in the beginning of that correction. Yeah, remember what I said in the previous video, we are currently entering the seasonality where Bitcoin and Ethereum are generally weak. Yeah, and then in July, normally it picks up again. Now, zooming into the micro structure here, we have enough waves to count the move down complete. I'm still looking at it as a possible WXY structure. And in the Y wave, that's where we are. We're currently working on an A wave probably. And in the A wave, we are most likely in the fifth wave. And the fifth wave looks like an ending diagonal due to all these overlaps. And I might have to shift here wave 3, wave 4, and we could be in the wave 5 now. But this is subject to change, this micro level count, yeah. What Elliott Wave tells us at the moment is that this could be complete, but we need to wait for price to give us a signal. So normally when you get these corrective structures and you have enough waves that they could be complete, and they could be complete, then you need to be watching very closely, and we are watching at the moment. But obviously what price needs to do, it needs to give us a signal. In the previous video, I highlighted to you what the signal would be. It would be a break above the trend line, which happened, but it did not sustain, and the break above 28,370. Price didn't break it, so we have to expect further downside until that happens. I can adjust now the trend line a little bit, and that would be very helpful, I think, in determining when the trend is possibly shifting. But as you can see here, we just pulled back to the trend line and we're selling off impulsively. Looking at it now, I personally wouldn't be surprised to now reach here the 38.2 retracement. Again, I think a bounce is due at some point for this B wave. And Looking at the 4-hour chart, we are now in the oversold region of the 4-hour. Oops, let me just move that back. On the 4-hour relative strength index. That means rather not that we have to turn around now, but it means we are in a strong downtrend. Now, nevertheless, the oversold region on the 4-hour is quite powerful. Oversold on the on Bitcoin and crypto charts is a rather good indicator. Overbought, not so much. Yeah. For example, overbought, had you sold everything here, yeah, you wouldn't really have benefited because a lot of the rally happened afterwards. But oversold, yeah, had you bought here, really good. Yeah. We're now back in the oversold region on the 4-hour, so it's quite powerful. We had oversold here as well. Yeah, would have been a nice trade. So on the 4-hour, it's quite a healthy signal. Yeah. So the last few rallies, well, this one not so much, but you had a small rally as well. But the last few rallies were, let's say, predicted quite well by an oversold reading on the 4-hour chart. Even better is when it gets on the daily oversold. It's not there yet. Yeah. Question is, can we get down far enough that we get oversold on the daily without breaking the 10th of March low? That would be quite bullish. That would be quite powerful. So for now, I'm waiting. I sold 50% of my BTC and ETH that I bought here around the 10th of March. So I'm actually waiting for lower prices now for re-entering, ideally lower in the yellow box. I would be quite happy with that. But let's see. I mean, I think looking at how long the move up took, I think this will stretch out over several weeks. And we just need a bit of patience now. At the moment, definitely no bottom signal yet. I think I think we're close to a low, but of course, as long as the trend on the lower time frame goes down, it goes down. I gave you the relevant levels that I think would be first signal to indicate a first trend reversal, but for now, these signals haven't shown up. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.